Hey, welcome back to another video. So we're playing some Mutate cards today. There's a bunch of different decks that use Mutate. What we're looking at is a black-green Mutate deck here. So I've played this a few times. It plays a bit more like a control deck. So we'll run through it, get into some games, and see how we do. So we'll go through some of the mutate value cards. We got these like Zagoth Mambas, which are great for every time you mutate them. That comes down on turn 1. When it mutates, you can get rid of their early creatures. The Essence Symbiote, which really helps because this triggers off of anytime you mutate, not onto him. So it gets your creature gets bigger, you gain some life. Paradise Druid is really pretty fundamental to the deck because the fact that it has hexproof removes a lot of the card disadvantage that you would get from them destroying or getting rid of it. So especially with some of the mutates that we get value without needing to attack, like destroying a creature, making them discard, all those things are really great on the Paradise Druid. And otherwise, then we'll go through some of the mutates. So we've got the Dirge Bat here, which is great removal, comes down at flash speed, gets rid of planeswalkers as well, which is fantastic. The Hemophage here, especially if we're going down the path of building up our Paradise Druid, this gives us some reach, gaining life every time it mutates. The Gemrazer, we only have one, but every time there's an enchantment or artifact that can get you a ton of value, plop this on and it just starts to kill every artifact and enchantment. Migratory Greathorn is probably one of the best cards in the deck. It comes down on turn 3, hopefully on your Paradise Druid, gets you a land. Every time you're mutating, you're getting more land, which thins your deck and fuels your other spells. Boneyard Lurker here, a 4/4 for 4, so I need to play him on its own. Not horrible. And if we've lost some value along the way, this gives us the ability to return some of those permanent cards that we mutated or that may have died back to our hand. Cavern Whisperer doesn't need to attack to gain value because you're going to get them discarding cards. Chittering Harvester is another way to destroy, making them sacrifice, which works really well. And then for some of the other spells, we've got Status Statue. For 4 mana, being able to get rid of an artifact, creature, or enchantment is really great in this format. And then occasionally, if I need to give a creature Death Touch, I can. Heartless Act, 2 mana removal spell, really powerful and good to have. Assassin's Trophy is just destroying a permanent, which is great. They get a land, but I destroy the permanent. And we've got a sweeper here in Finality, fine. So sometimes you might want to find bringing some of your mutates that died back to your hand, or if you just need like a board wipe, this is another good option there. And the Leyline Prowler, it attacks early, you can mutate onto it, it ramps you if you need to, it's got lifelink, it's just an all-around helpful creature. Lands, we just got some tap lands, not ideal. I did not invest in a full set of Overgrown Tombs, but definitely could if you've got those. The Temple of Malady is pretty solid. If you had more of those, I'd say throw them in. Otherwise, then just swamps and forests. All right, let's get into some games here. Okay, so looking at this hand here, I'm going to keep this. Paradise Druid would be really great, but without that, we're going to take a little bit of a gamble. We've got the Symbiote with Insatiable Hunger we can put onto it turn 3 if we need to. And then we've got a follow-up with the Leyline Prowler, some removal. So we'll keep this. We don't need to hit the land drop. Like, we got enough land drops for a little while, so I think I'm okay to bottom that. Hoping to get to a Paradise Druid on drawing on this turn. Hey, we got there. All right. So I'm going to play the Paradise Druid over the Essence Symbiote just so I can start to... I'd like to get this down so I can start putting some mutates onto it. This is a little bit counter value. Oh, yikes. That's going to hurt. But luckily we can play the Insatiable Hemophage on our Paradise Druid. That's going to turn our Druid into a 3/3 here, which is going to shut down his Dreadhorde Butcher. And then even if we block it, he can't kill it because he won't be able to target it. So probably going to follow up next turn with their Leyline Prowler to get another blocker down. Okay. I think this could get out of hand quickly, and my removal spell right now is only a Heartless Act. So I actually want to just play the Essence Symbiote, where I can keep up enough mana to Heartless Act in response to him playing a spell. Definitely don't need to attack on this right now. Like having it tapped and exposed to his damage just seems like a bad idea, and it's shutting down his Dreadhorde Butcher. Yeah, so we're gonna go and shock the Sprite Dragon in response to this. Okay. Ah, that's annoying. Alright, let's Temple, see what we got on top here. Definitely want that, so we'll keep that on top, and let's play our Leyline Prowler. So I could attack. I don't get a ton of value out of attacking. Like 3 damage is not really where I need to be right now. I'll get more value, I think, from being able to keep this unblocked and mutate it. Prowler I maybe will get in with because he can't block it anyway. Oh, if he can, he'll lose. Oh, that's a little annoying. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to the forest. I don't need to play it right now. What we're hoping for is getting some value mutates going on. But we've got some pretty versatile removal, and we're stopping his board state. Nothing he's got right now is particularly big. Okay, so he's gonna swing in with probably with both of those. I think we will take that. Yeah, he gets to grow Spirit Dragon a little bit. That's fine. Yeah, swing in with both of those. Yeah, so let's. So that's going to trigger. I'm going to play the Assassin's Trophy now so he doesn't get the full value off of this. So returning it gave him that one card to trigger off the Rob the Riches. So I might as well do this now. I'm going to want to get rid of that eventually. I don't think giving him the land particularly matters. His deck looks pretty low cost. So we should be able to trade here. Ah. Okay. This isn't the worst spot to be in. We'll play our Leyline Prowler and we will Migratory Greathorn on it. Gives us 3/4 lifelinker. Not bad. Plus we'll get some lands out. Don't really need the lands now, but it just lets me thin out the lands from my deck, which is great. Gets a little bit out of removal spell as well. Okay. Well, that's fine. I still get the land out of it. Let's see. We got a few forests. We got swamps. It doesn't really matter. We can just pull a forest out here. We gotta do it again next turn. Sure, we take this, but it's still going to go up to a 3/4. And he's got nothing left in his hand. Great. So I think he realized he couldn't outvalue us. Trying to go for the tempo, but we get so much at the enter of the battlefield triggers. Not much he could do there, so we'll take that one. GG's. Okay, so back for another game here. I think this sounds a little sketch. it's a little slow, and they don't have a ton of mutators, but we're going to keep it anyway. I've got some good removal. I've got a lot of good removal here, actually, so we're going to keep it and see if we can just value out a bunch of removal. I'm going to start with the Temple. Yeah, I definitely want to land here, because we're hoping to get to a turn 3 Migratory Greathorn, so that sets us up for that. Okay, so let's play the Guildgate, let's play our Mamba, and great, we drew an extra card, that's wonderful. We're just going to need to take this. I'm going to guess that when we go play the Greathorn, he's going to kill it in response, which will be unfortunate, but we've got a follow-up one in our hand that we can put this guy onto, so let's go ahead and play the Greathorn. Yeah, I think he'll respond to kill that. Not yet, okay. Okay, I'll take that. Pull up a swamp here. So we'll kill that with the trigger. And, I mean, I might as well get in there. Okay, now the Bedevil comes. I don't know whether he couldn't respond earlier. Maybe that's why he did it in that order. Mayhem Devil. Nice. I do really like this card. It's a really good counter if you're playing against somebody else's sack deck. Ooh, that'll be moderately annoying. Alright, so I've got a couple options here. I think I don't want him to have the Witch's Oven. My Mamba isn't really going to get me where I need to be right away. I think what I might do this game is build up the Paradise Druid, so I can drop a Paradise Druid here. Now I've got a couple options. I can hold up for... Well, I can play the Mamba and hold up 2 removal spells, or I can play the Hemophage here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I could follow up next turn with this if I draw a land. I think I like that. I don't think he's going to kill me out, so let's drop the Paradise Druid. I don't think he can make me sack creatures. So we'll start, every time we mutate now, we're going to be draining him some life, which is going to be very useful. So if we don't draw a land, I've got 3 things I can drop here. Ooh. Okay. Ouch, this is gonna hurt. No, you can't trigger it. I'm gonna probably need to use my removal spells on it though. No blocks, I don't need to get rid of my Insatiable Hemophage. Alright, we didn't draw the land that we would have liked, which is unfortunate. He's only got 1 card in hand though. So I'm going to... We're going to drop the Leyline Prowler here and hold up our Assassin Trophy or Heartless Act. And then next turn, if I need to, I can use the Leyline Prowler to play the... to mutate this. I could have mutated it now by tapping it for a land, but I don't want to have it on tap. We already saw it be Bedevil, so I want to be a little careful. Okay, yeah, that's fine. He's going to start to... That'll be good for him to be able to draw some cards. And then if he attacks in just with the Bedevil, so he's going to look to beef that up. He can do it. No, he can't. But next turn I'm going to destroy it anyway. So let's Heartless Act this, because next turn I'm going to be destroying the Cavalier of Flames anyway. So we're gonna drop, let's just make sure, yep. So I want to make sure we don't tap our guy inadvertently. 5, 6, Batera mutated for 6, Put them on the Hemophage. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Battery looks cooler. We'll put her on top. And I really don't want to attack into a Bedevil. This is just giving me so much value, so I want to be a little careful here. Oh, fantastic. I can bring back my Migratory Greathorn with my Boneyard Lurker next turn as well. Ooh. Ooh. I'm debating whether to play the Essence Symbiote, but I don't think I need to make this bigger. I'm going to instead probably just attack. I'd rather attack in here. So I do both. That's going to be 5, and that's going to be... So I can't play both anyway, so I might as well mutate this. Sure, we'll make it a 4/4. Bring back the Migratory Greathorn. And do I need to keep up Assassin's Trophy? I don't think so. So I'm going to attack in with the Leyline Prowler here. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. Next turn, so we've mutated this. Does this show me all the mutates? We've mutated this. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to be draining him for 4 next turn. Okay, yeah. Waste your removal spell there. I'm okay with that. Oh, if he taps down and I can play the Greathorn and swing in, that would be fantastic. Or was he doing that? That was at the end of it. My turn. Okay. That's annoying, but it's not the end of the world, really. That's fine. So I fly in. So he's at 7. He's got 2 mana untapped. Can I make my thing big enough to kill him? Well, what I can do... So I could Mamba, which would make him sack it, but then he'll just hide it. Probably not worth it. If I mutate here, I'm going to get the value anyway. But do I want to... I probably want to keep up the Assassin's Trophy. So let's play our Greathorn. Mutated. That's going to destroy the Cauldron Familiar. Now he should sack in response. Oh, yes, I can bring back my Prowler. So much value. So much value. So he's going to sack it in response. Yep, let those resolve. Yeah. So we outvalued the value sack deck. Love it. I love it. So this looks like a mulligan. I've got no mutates. I've got no value. Like, I got nothing I'm doing here. So we're just definitely going to mulligan this. And this is a significantly better hand. So we'll keep 6 here. As much as I really would love this card, I don't think the Cavern Whisperer is where we want to be. I've only got 1 in the deck. I don't know what we're up against yet, so I'm going to bomb the Whisperer just because I want to make sure that we have an opportunity to get back this if we need it. Let's Temple on the first turn. We're looking for a 3rd land. That's not our 3rd land, so we'll bottom that. We want a 3rd land so I can drop Paradise Druid turn 2, Greathorn turn 3. Not our 3rd land. Depending on what we see open, we might just tap the Paradise Druid itself to get our 3rd land. Okay, if we're playing against... This could be the Fires of Invention deck, so if it is, I'm really glad I've kept this in. Not our third land. I think that I feel better just killing this. I don't know why he would have played this, but it makes me nervous. So we're just going to play the Aegisaur Armored Killer and kill his Stone Coil Serpent there. We may have left ourselves exposed. If we did, that was very much a misplay. Alright, that's his turn. Still no land, so I guess we're going to Greathorn. That's going to get us the third land. We want a forest. Still a bit off from being able to Chittering Harvest. I don't know if we'll need the Finality right away. Ah, yuck. Oh, he discarded it, okay. He's getting a lot of mana out. What his best play is going to be is a board wipe. Okay, I can't Assassin's Trophy that. I can Heartless Act it if I need to. I think I'm going to just get on in. We're going to attack in here. I can't actually Heartless Act it because it's got the counter. Not a lot we can do against it until we get another land so that we can mutate the Harvester out. Yeah, yep. That's annoying. But I think that we can Heartless Act this guy. So before attack steps, we'll just destroy this. I guess I could have held that back because we would be able to Chittering Harvest and make him sack. Okay, but this works fine as well. Let's start making him discard cards. Both are 4/4s, doesn't really matter, but the Aegisaur looks cooler, so we'll keep it on top. We did Forest last turn, let's get a Swamp. And okay, he's got 5 in there. We're gonna get frisky. We'll attack in. Okay, so we have the 5. That's great. So we'll be able to kill the Song of Creation. I don't know where he's going with this. I don't know where his deck is going, and I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm hoping that we will be able to outvalue him with just being able to mutate. That's why he runs the Stone Coil Serpent, so he can just play spells and draw extra cards. And where does he go with this? I guess we're going to find out. I'm a little confused what's happening right now. He's drawing a ton of cards. So maybe he discards a bunch of Phoenixes at some point? What are these things? Alright, we're going on this adventure together. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm very confused. Yeah, okay. So we have another one, and then we're just going to make him sack it, and we're going to kill his enchantment, and life will move on. But you have a bunch of cards in your hand. Okay. Good job. You have some Titans. returns from your graveyard to your hand. Can he... He doesn't have the white to do that. So let's Chittering Harvester. We'll get rid of the Titan and we'll get rid of the Song of Creation. Forest. He's got a pretty big graveyard to pull them back. So I guess that's good for him. I'll attack him for 6. I'm probably going to die soon. Maybe. I really have no idea what's happening. Okay, we're gonna mutate. We're gonna bring one of these back. Yep. Okay. Alright, so he's got a 6/6 that attacks and draws him cards, or I can get rid of that. I'm not sure if he's... I can play Finality, which will shrink it for the turn and get in, make this a 6/8 permanently. He gets one more attack out of it, which allows him to draw 3, put a land into play. I don't know what he's going for, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can do that while keeping 2 mana for Assassin's Trophy, depending on what he plays. So we're going to go ahead and put my counters on 2 counters there. We'll attack in. He won't be able to block, I don't expect. It goes back up, that's fine. I've got my Assassin's Trophy for anything that... I mean, he's going to attack in, yeah. Draw your card, play a land. I'm assuming he's looking for a white source to start to recur that. Okay, the Fabled Passage should give him that. If I need to, I can Assassin's Trophy his white source. If he's looking to recur these Chamber Sentries. So okay, so he can play X, tap and remove them to damage us. Maybe that's what his goal is? That's why I've been holding on to the Assassin's Trophy as well. I feel like he's waiting for a white source because I think that's all he's missing. Did he bring the land back? I'm not sure he did. Okay. I'm so confused what this deck he's doing is trying to do. Maybe just play a bunch of mana, play the Chamber Sentry and kill me? Possibly? Whatever. I mean, make him Zagoth's creature. Gets it out of the way. We'll swing in for 6 more. And we'll just keep doing this. And if I eventually pull all the lands out of my deck, I'm in the same spot he is. So, great. He'll play this again, draw a card, lose 3 life. He's got 18 cards left. Like, he's got something in there, I'm sure. It's the only reason he keeps doing this. Must be at the bottom for him, though. Yeah. Draw your card, gain your life. So this lets him add 1 mana of any color. Okay. So maybe that's where he gets his white from. Whatever. Let's mutate some more. And if we keep top decking the mutates, that's what we want to do. We're pulling up 2 lands this time. So the more lands we get out, the more the better cards we're just going to keep drawing. And at this pace, I've got my Assassin's Trophy for whatever the heck he's going to do, which I'm so uncertain what it's going to be. But I'm sure we'll just see him play another brew, gain 3 more life, play another land. Okay, Song of Creation. I think it might be time to Assassin's Trophy that, depending on what he does here. Oh, this guy I want to get rid of because this is going to get him the white mana. So I'll let him draw his cards. He's doing this as a sorcery. Okay. Get rid of the Song of Creation right now. I think that he's looking to start going off, I'm guessing. Kind of blowing our load prematurely here. So he can play these now, which I'm thinking we're going to get. Oh, the Underworld Breach. Okay. So that gives everything escape, but he doesn't have that much mana left. Okay. Can he recur this infinitely? And then what? Okay, so he can cycle through these infinitely. I don't know if he's going to deck himself or what. He's at 1 life. He's got 5 cards left. I really don't know what's happening here. I'm probably gonna die. All right. I'll take that win. I am so confused, but that was a pretty good showing of what this deck could do, I think. Just the value that we were able to get. He was getting a ton, and we outvalued him with our mutate. So I'll take this win against the deck that just dirtled its way to killing itself. All right, so we'll just wrap this up here. Honestly, I kind of like this deck. We played against some, except for that last game, which I'm sure that deck does something. We just didn't see it. But we played against some solid decks, and we're able to come through. I think this is an underappreciated deck that probably deserves to see a little more play than it's getting. Not really much in the way of changes I would make to it. The only thing is the lands could be better. Like, the Guildgates could be more temples, and I could have some Overgrown Tombs. That's kind of all I do. You want to definitely have enough basics in there so that you can Migratory Greathorn those in. But otherwise, you saw the value that you just get from being able to effectively replay those powerful sorceries over and over again every time you mutate and just building up that value. So thanks for watching. Please give me a like if you like this video, and leave a comment if you knew what that last deck was doing, because I certainly don't. Please don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video, and make sure you follow on YouTube and watch out for my Twitch streams. All right, have a good one.